Today I'm going to show you one of my favorite ways to make a healthy-ish, high-protein nacho with some leftover chicken of any sort. Could be rotisserie, but could be any chicken that you happen to have in the fridge. These are completely customizable, but we will show the macros for my specific version on screen. Let's cook. To start, all we have to do is grab all of our components. I've got a couple of these things out. So the fresh stuff, onions, jalapenos, got some leftover bag of tortilla chips. I think I have got a half a tomato in here, and I think I've got some Colby Jack cheese, sour cream. What hot sauce do we want to use? We'll decide. This is one of the keys. Oh, and some lettuce. Ooh. So fresh stuff, cheese, sour cream. Lechuga. Okay. And then for me, what I like to do, again, I'm kind of simulating, this is a chicken that I smoked actually, but rotisserie chicken, if you've got leftover roasted chicken, if you have chicken breasts, chicken thighs, doesn't really matter. Anytime I have leftover chicken and don't really feel like doing much cooking or pretty limited prep, it's like if I've got some tortilla chips, I'll probably be making some variation of this, as long as it's like tortilla chips and cheese. And then I'll show you like what I like to do with this chicken is kind of cut it up into cubes, and then we're gonna heat it on the stove back there and mix it with some hot sauce. So this is smoked chicken. We'll get a little bit of this skin in here. And we'll kind of crisp up the skin too with the hot sauce. And then I am going to weigh this out just so I can keep track of all the macros for you guys. And like this is literally how, if I'm trying to like calculate the macros, this is what I'm doing. All right, so we've got like 150 grams of chicken breast, a little bit of skin in there, so a little bit extra fat. But gonna bring this over. Gonna bring this over and just toss in the chicken. Let that start to kind of crisp up. Then the only other thing I do here is like I'll like to add some hot sauce. So you can use any hot sauce you want. I've got some green pepper and then this pineapple habanero. I think I'm gonna do this pineapple habanero one just because I've been liking it, which should pair pretty well with this chicken. And then we'll kind of just let everything like crisp up in there, just like that. And then while that's going on, we're just gonna chop all of our fresh ingredients. Pretty simple. Okay, and then just keep it pretty simple with the fresh components. I basically always have red onion on hand. I always have some type of tomato on hand. I don't always have like a jalapeno or like a serrano or something like that, but a lot of times I do. And then for me, when I'm making nachos, I like everything like the kind of the fresh diced stuff fairly thinly diced, especially on the onion. I like it to spread out. I don't want big chunks of like onion in there. I like smaller pieces. Also, I will say these nachos toe the line between like a taco salad and, you know, a nacho. They're not going to be like the gloopy, cheesy, you know, ballpark style ones. You know, they serve a purpose. They're kind of dancing in between two because I'm trying to make these like, you know, not not just like a complete cheat meal. Like I want them to be high protein, but tasty, still kind of eat like a nacho, but there's not gonna be, you know, we're gonna be thoughtful with our cheese. And for the jalapeno, similarly, like a same size dice as the onion. You just mix those two together. And then as well for the tomato, trying to keep that dice small as possible. Just keep that dry. All right, lettuce, done. Let's come back here, see what this stuff's looking like. Okay, so I kind of like to let this get a little bit charred, a little bit crispy in there. So we get a little bit of texture, we get a little bit of color. And then I think I'm gonna give it one more little thing of sauce just to make it a little bit saucy here since most of that's dried up. And this combination smells so good with the smoked chicken in here. Ooh, spicy too. That habanero comes through. To assemble this, we're gonna keep it super simple. You could throw this underneath your broiler in the oven. You could use an air fryer. You can use whatever you want to heat it up. Today we're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna use a blowtorch. So for this, weighing out my chips, you know, you gotta be mindful of the chips here. So I think it's like 28 grams for a serving. So that's 28 grams right there. I like to probably do about a serving and a half, which is going to be like right around 200 calories worth of tortilla chips. So 42. All right, then I think this is in here. Used it the other day. We'll grate our cheese real quick. We'll also be thoughtful with our cheese here too. So I think this is, what is this? I think this is also typically 28 grams. So okay, so that's 28 grams. I'm going to add more in a little bit, but what I want to do first, do a little pre-melt. You could also microwave these, like, you know, don't overthink the heating part. Then we're going to come in with the chicken, the hot sauce chicken. And this is probably like another serving worth of cheese. So if I had to guess. Yeah, literally I weighed out exactly 2 servings. It's over by 2 grams, 58 grams of cheese. Then we'll do another. Okay. So you can see they're like nacho-ish. It's not like, you know, I'm not gonna, like they're still, like that's still nice and melty and eats like a nacho. If you wanted to just do this, you totally could. But what I like to do is kind of make a little, you know, again, like kind of a little bit of a, it's like nacho slash, you'll see what I'm saying. It's like, it toes the line, like I said earlier. So put the lettuce on, then the onion and the jalapeno, tomato, and then we'll finish this out with just a little bit of sour cream. Again, I'll weigh this all out so we have the exact macros. But you can make this any way that you want. You know, if you want to use double the chicken, triple the chicken. If you don't eat chicken, you could use beef. What is this? 30 grams for 30 grams. So just kind of dot it around here. I'll go. I'm feeling a little spicy. We use 40 grams. 45 grams. All right, then one last little hit of hot sauce. Depends on what hot sauce you're using. These are going to be fairly spicy, but I think with the sour cream, it'll even out. But yeah, that's literally it. I don't know exactly how long this took, but you can see very minimal cooking. You don't even have to use the stove. Like you could warm the chicken and hot sauce in a bowl, whatever you want to do, and then just heat that up. But let me take a quick picture of this for the thumbnail, and then let's get into this thing. So yeah, as you can see, very easy to make, kind of a personalized nacho that you can make with whatever you happen to have in the fridge. Cheese, chicken, tortilla chips is really all you need. Then you can kind of experiment from there. Something I do very frequently when I have very little energy, want something that feels a little bit bad for you, but it's really not. You know, this is probably 700-ish calories. We'll pop the macros on screen for you guys, but yeah. Give this a shot. Let me know what you think, and we'll catch you in the next one.